Leonard.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not doing playing before we get started, I want you guys to introduce yourselves, introduce coaches, players.
Mike Forrest, head football coach.
Daniel Curtis, offensive coordinator.
Keith Austin, defensive coordinator.
Nasser Mahmood, wide receiver, safety.
Thanks for coming in, guys. Pleasure to have you guys here.
No problem.
Coach, to start off, just looking here, past couple of years, when you first started, Oakcrest was around a little bit. Not premier, not one of the top programs in South Jersey.
Mhm.
Now last year, you guys go 7-4, playoff berth, win your guys' first game. Unfortunately, run into the buzzsaw that it was Fairhaven. But successful year nonetheless. Obviously, everyone wants a state title, sectional title, everything. So, goals heading into this year, looks like the bulletin board material, the goals that you guys have set.
Well, number one, our goal is to maintain what we've been doing and building over the last 3 years, maintaining our culture that we're building here, making sure that we keep positive energy in everything that we do, put a great product on the field for our Mays Landing community. We definitely want to continue to make Oakcrest a relevant school. And the way that we're playing and what we're doing and the type of buzz that we're building, I believe that we are doing that as a coaching staff and as our players are learning how we want them to play. I think we're creating that buzz to start to keep our kids home so we can build that powerhouse that Oakcrest can be. And, we have a goal. We want a sectional title. Like, we want a ring, and that's what we've been talking about all off season in the weight room. That's what we've been talking about, and that's what we're leaning toward. We were close last year. This year we want to get over the hump. Like you said, the last 2 years, Rumson Fairhaven put us out 2 years in a row. So we're looking to get back to that game, whether it's with or against Rumson Fairhaven or whoever it is. We're planning to be ready for it this time.
Coach, you spoke about Rumson Fairhaven. They're a perennial opponent every year. They've taken out Timber Creek years past. They've taken out Camden Eastside. What did you guys take away from that, of them playing against a team that has been there consistently? What did you guys take away from those games?
I remember the first game, we snuck in there at 3-7. We wound up getting in there. So we were down there, and I remember telling our players, watch what they do, look what they do, and how they operate, because this is the type of program that we want to eventually have. The coaches weren't even out on the field; they were already out there stretching. They had their own groups going, like they were just like a machine. So I wanted our guys just to get a feel of the atmosphere and what a team looks like that has that many rings and has been to the championship that many times. And I told them to get used to it, because I plan on being in the playoffs a lot of times. So that's what we took from it. We took those road trips just trying to see how they're operating, what they're doing, what are some things that they're doing that we're not, and just learn from that, and that's build from it, and just remember that feeling for the second time, or how it feels losing, you know what I mean? When the tears come out and everybody is complaining and crying, now we have another opportunity. So, just remember those tears and remember how you felt and work harder.
You as a coach, what do you think it's taken to build Oakcrest essentially from the ground up? If it was season, no one was 7. You guys are 7 wins and 4 losses last year. That's almost a complete 180. So what has it taken to just completely build the program so far?
I think it's very important to first get a coaching staff that sees your vision. I think I have that. All my coaches know exactly what needs to be done. Me coming from Oakcrest, I'm an Oakcrest graduate, so I can relate to all of my players, walk the same paths that they did. Literally, there's a path that goes from across the street from Oakcrest Estates where a lot of the kids grow up. So I did those things. I walked those hallways, played on the same fields, and practiced on the same fields. So it just takes a coaching staff that can work together with one vision, and it's the same voice that has to go around the school. And if I'm not speaking, if Coach Danny is speaking, and Coach Keith is speaking, it's like I'm speaking. So as long as we stay, focused on that, and the culture continues to grow, then that's how you build.
So, coaches, offense and defensive coordinators, just want to ask you a question building off what Coach just spoke about. What are some of your goals coming into the season?
For the offense, it's very simple. I feel like the last couple of years, we didn't do the best job protecting the ball. We relied heavily on the defense. And it's starting off with the small goals, right? Protect the football, get the first down, start fast. Let's not get behind the chains. Let's not let the refs control the game. Once we can establish that, we have a premier running back in Jaleel Williams, who is going to carry a heavy load. And then this year, unlike past years, we loaded up at receiver. And so once Jaleel gets going, we'll be able to open it up and just bomb teams out. That's the goal. And hopefully we're putting up 30 to 50 points a game.
I like the way that sounds.
Defensively, man, our goal is pretty much the same, but we just kind of want to get better every single game. We never content. We play a savage brand of football. That's like kind of our mantra. Each letter means something. And my guys bought into that. Everybody flies around. We have some great linebackers, and Jaleel Williams and Donovan, and a couple good D linemen, Sean Torres, who was pretty good for us last year as a sophomore. Zachary Forge at corner, Assad at safety, Nasir at pit position, which is kind of like our strong safety position. So we have a lot of athletes flying around, and we just want to play fast, physical, and the savage brand of football. So we're just going to continue to do that and do what we have to do.
You guys started off last year with that funky maneuver line, I completely forget the sequence of plays, but never ended up on triple show last year, a little bit back and forth game, and then you obviously come out against Middle Township, win that handily, drop the game in New England. You guys went on a little streak there to, middle of the season. A little bit of a skid there, the last two games of the regular season, then in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, as coaches, how did that, I guess, help mold your team to get ready for the playoffs, and then that win against Delaware Valley?
We made a lot of mistakes in those games, and it cost us. You know what I mean? So our number one thing is, when you get those opportunities, we can't make those mistakes, and it's going to cost us in the long run. And the more we concentrate on trying to be as perfect as we can, because it's never going to be a perfect game, but the more that we concentrate on trying to be as perfect as we can, the better that we'll be and be able to last longer in that playoff stretch and not have those issues towards the end of the season that kind of stopped our momentum going into the playoffs.
So I want to ask you a question. You're up here with your three coaches. The team pretty much said that you should be the one talking. Coming into this season and just years before, I just want to speak to you coming up. Coming into high school, you see the coaches here. What is something that made you say, I'm staying, I'm going to Oakcrest, O's up?
Well, first, like you said, the coaching staff. As soon as I got there, it was like, I'm home. They made me feel home. Same thing with the players. They like my brothers, I was already there, 6th grade year, I was with them. So it was like, why not come back, finish it off with the boys, so.
So, just to piggyback off that, they've done a lot of changes. We watch, we see things on social media as far as the relevancy, the helmets, the uniforms. I mean, they coming in with the fresh hats. As a player, a student athlete, we know about the educational side of it, but how important is that for you to recognize that the coaches are trying to do things for you guys that you guys like and can adapt to and just run off with?
It's a blessing. I feel as though it'll boost our confidence up. So, yeah.
Prime time mentality. Prime.
Look good, feel good, play good.
Coach, defensively, 8 interceptions of the year, 40 sacks, and 5 forced fumbles, all 5 recovered. Philosophically, and putting it out there as a coach, how has the unit provided to you? How have you as a coach adjusted to that unit, and then made them almost like help them produce talent on the field, and what we see in the box score every day?
Just preparation. Every defensive practice is fast paced, and we hitting and we're going hard every day. We usually start off with a drill called Warrior Drill. It kind of helps us out a lot. Where we work out before each play. They only got five times to stop the offense within the 5-yard line, and that kind of gets them going. We also do like Savage Drill right before we do our team, where it's basically just a whole bunch of Oklahomas. So our guys are prepared for it mentally because we prepare for it during the week mentally and during the off season mentally. Like right after the Rumson game, we was in the weight room 2 weeks right after that last game. So we been preparing since December, and having that same, mindset, the Savage mindset, the Fearless mindset, and the More mindset, and it just kind of carries on into the season.
Coach, you mentioned, Ron mentioned, the gear. I see on the helmets you got a little, I guess, acronym.
Mm-hmm.
You got Fearless, More, and Savage. What do those mean to the program, and what do they mean in general?
It means everything. It's the foundation of the program. So the more part of it is basically the foundation of it, and then Fearless and Savage are branches from that, and we all come together. So more is mental toughness, oneness, rise above adversity, and energy. That's where it started, and then Coach Keith has his mantra, and he can break down what Savage is, and Coach Danny has his mantra, Fearless, and he can break that down as well.
So Savage is selflessness, attitude. Another one. Violent. Aggression. Grit. And energy. All right, so that's kind of what we use, and that's our guys definitely bought into that, and that's the only goal that we go by. We don't play nothing under that. We always play a fast, simple brand of football, a savage brand of football, and we do that every game to the point where other coaches think we're teaching our kids to play dirty, but really they just flying around, getting to the ball, 11 heads to the ball at all times. And I'm really proud of all these guys because they really bought into that savage mentality, and that's what we go by, and that's how they play.
And for Fearless, obviously we're coming into the season. I'm new offensive coordinator this year, so we had to set and establish an identity for ourselves. And I'm branched off from the Savage tree because I still coach the linebackers on defense. So Fearless, F is for fast, E is for energy, A is for attitude or aggressive, R is for relentless, L is for leveled. I feel like on offense, you have to be leveled, whether we're up or we're down. We have to know what we're doing and execute efficiently. E, execution. S, swaggy. And again, like I said, I'm branched off from the Savage tree, so offense, we are savages. That's the last one.
So, just a quick question, Coach Curtis. I remember you playing a couple skill positions there. Back, a little bit of slot receiver. You played safety and linebacker in high school. Also in college, you played defense. So, what have you taken from those years of playing on the defensive side of the ball to help you as far as coming up with offensive game plans and different things like that? How's that experience helped you on that side of the ball?
The experience from a defensive perspective, when I evaluate offenses, it just gives me an edge because I know what a defense is supposed to do, and I know where the weaknesses are. And so when I'm looking at other teams' films and I'm looking at their defenses, I can quickly point out where to attack. So we don't want to waste any steps. And me taking steps is me watching film. I don't waste any steps. I can look at a play one time, write down exactly what they do and where we're going to go with the ball. And so when we're game planning, and thanks to Coach Mike, I have a wonderful assistant offensive coordinator, Coach Jesse Milza, who's won a few championships as a quarterback. When we're game planning together, I have the defensive mindset, he has the offensive mindset, and when we put it together, it's going to get real scary. We have a couple things to fix on the offensive line. Obviously, that's the first order of business, so we can start attacking guys. But once we clean that up, the game plan is really just smash mouth football, and then again open that thing up. There's a lot of athletes on our team. all of the DBs pretty much play wide receiver, and they all are fast. So once again, we have Jaleel Tank Williams, Lawrence Bennett. When they start to run the rock and, I see those linebackers coming down because that's what I coach, we'll start hitting those play actions. We'll get into the gun. We'll spread them out. And again, starting off as a defensive guy, it's very easy to see when high school kids starts to make mistakes. They give up the game plan very, very easy when things aren't going their way. They get out of position very, 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 very quickly. And I guess I would say once I see it from the backside of the defense, Coach Mills is on the front side, and when we come together, it's a touchdown.
Coach, who calls offensive plays?
I do.
Yeah.
Looking at the offense here, you got 1,623 yards rushing between a whole group of people, and receiving you got 1,069 yards. So that, what is your, like I asked the defensive coordinator, what is the philosophy as the offensive coordinator to help these young men grow as athletes and produce in this field?
I think the first thing I looked at, or first thing I talked about, I was able actually to bring down a wide receivers coach with me as well, Tariq DeShields, who actually played receiver with me in high school, who also went D1 to Bryant University. And he actually dropped a gem on me. He said, Dan, the only way I'm coming down there is if we don't teach them for high school. I want to teach them to get prepared to take a starting spot when they walk on the field at college. And when I heard that, my mindset started to shift a bit. It wasn't just trying to teach them a normal routes tree. It wasn't trying to, put my receivers on one particular play, because that's not how we grew up. We grew up all around the offense. The owner of D2 could tell you, we played everything on the offensive side of the ball. Knowing that coming in, with the athletes that we have, we want to make sure that they're prepared for the next level. So the type of offense that we ran is a college-based, that we're running is a college-based offense. Coach Mike Forrest here ran it in his college. Coach Mills ran it at his, and a lot of the play scripting or the plays in our script I ran as well. So we know what it takes to get these guys to the next level and what college coaches want to see. So our game plan is to make sure that we prepare these guys adequately enough to put out film that a college coach could see you getting the ball or not getting the ball and know that you've done your job efficiently, the exact way that they would want it done at the next level. So that's our job. Our game plan is to get them ready for the next level and get these offers now.
Coaches, all of you have mentioned that, everyone here is fast. Everyone here is fast. They fly around the ball. I got a question. Who is the fastest on the team?
Me. I'm dead serious. Nah, I'm just playing. Probably this guy.
Yeah, probably Nas on the side. Probably out of those two. Nas on the side.
They'll probably go back and forth.
I put Mod in there.
Our wide
Oh,
receiver,
Mod pretty fast too, Jamad.
our wide receiver room could run a 4x1 and beat a lot of high school teams.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Before we wrap things up, I'm going to ask you guys, off the football field, you guys have any, special interests, like any hobbies, any hidden talents, like maybe one of you guys are good at cooking or something like that. You guys as football coaches, football players, what does that use to be?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I took time to think on that.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Nah, Coach Danny, you go first. I got to think on that one.
I'll do it. I'll keep it real vanilla. Outside of coaching, I have my own clothing brand. It's called Super Ade. It means I will overcome. So I kind of just work on that. It's been on a couple celebrities. I started it in 2020. It's kind of like a high-end luxury brand, sort of like, Supreme, Hellstar, stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now on the side.
I'm addicted to cutting grass and planting in the garden. People don't know that about me, but I love to be in my lawn. I don't even let my kids cut my lawn yet. As long as I'm able to run around and do it, I do it myself. I'm going to walk behind. My yard's not that crazy, but I love to plant. I love to decorate my yard and my front yard and, trim bushes and all that stuff. So that's my little hobby. I love doing that. I actually got to do that when we get out of here.
Nas, you got something?
little hobby, I guess you could say I'm a gamer. What I like to do is play the game with the guys. That's really it.
And,
Professional TikToker.
For me, I'm all about football. When I'm not coaching or playing, I put on the black and white stripes now, and I'm reffing as well. So
Throw the flag.
Gentlemen, thank you guys for coming out representing Oakcrest at the G2 Sports Network Media Day. Any last things you guys want to say before we
Nah, just thank you for having us.
Yeah. Appreciate it, for real.
yeah, thank
Y'all
you for
gonna
having
see us in the States.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was saying,
That's all I'm saying.
More fearless savages, baby.
Thank you.
Both.